Hello and welcome to the week 10 video lecture. We're going to start talking about topic selection. So when you click on understanding concepts, it's talking all about a topic you care about, one that you're invested in, hopefully something that relates to your major. And once you settle on the larger umbrella topic, say you choose something very open-ended, like I'm going to research the environment for my P2 analytic exploration. It's too abstract, and you should already be thinking about ways to narrow it with terminology that interests you. So you chose the environment, but what about the environment could you research about? And these are examples of how you could start to narrow your topic, because if you type in something as abstract as the environment into Google, you're going to get things that probably mean very little to your research paper. But if you pair your larger umbrella topic with other search terms that narrow down your topic, you're going to get more articles and sources that relate to what you actually want to know about concerning your topic. And the Google search was an example because for this week, for all of the sources you have to gather for the day 2 assignment, it's best to use the USF online library. And here's a comparison. If I typed in the environment, just brings about so many sources that I would have to comb through for relevance, as opposed to typing in environmental conservation and then narrowing down the types of sources that appeal to why I'm interested in the environment. There are certain topics that you cannot write about for my class. So there are banned topics, not because I don't like you or I don't like certain topics, but because if I don't ban these topics, then it produces lackluster work, or sometimes I can tell a student has recycled a paper from another class, and that's a separate issue. But when you're picking a topic, it should be something that you can create an annotated bibliography from. It should be something that's changed over time or is changing over time. And it should have a small sense of argumentation, even though we're not concerned about that for project 2, but it should have a balance of argument and counter argument, because you need to be researching a real world issue. And you should be concerned with finding credible sources, explaining the context. So you will have to get some contextual sources for your project. Thinking about synthesis, how can I sew together these multiple perspectives? And thinking about formatting, you're gonna ACE either MLA or APA formatting. You're not gonna merge the two. You're going to get comfortable with the type of formatting that fits your research. Problems to avoid. Topics that are, again, too abstract, or maybe they just produce a lot of emotion. People can argue about them, but they really can't point to detail beyond their emotions. And that's why there are, again, certain banned topics, like the ones you see listed here. If you choose a topic that somehow celebrates hate speech or hateful rhetoric of a racial, gender, cultural, economic, any type of group, then I will tell you need to pick a different topic. These are examples of topics you could choose. And at the top, you see like a larger idea umbrella kind of topic. and how I've distilled the smaller, sort of starting to narrow down the topics based on this larger idea. You don't have to choose anything from this list, but if you feel like, oh, there's too many topics, I could write about anything, then maybe this slide is where you could start. Or these are other ideas of past student essays that I thought these were interesting topics. I haven't really seen these before. And then the last slide brings us into the assignment for day 1, in which I want you to kind of outline ideas for your topic by listing what you think it falls under in terms of the larger idea. And then thinking of possible subtopics. And then could you narrow the topic even further by thinking of, I'm going to focus on Florida or Texas, or I'm going to focus on Sulphur Springs, or I don't know, some particular community or neighborhood or business. So this slideshow, you're going to use it for the assignment that you click on after you do the reading, because the reading is separate from what we just went over in understanding concepts. It's more detailed about looking into a discipline, a field, looking up academic journals, because that's part of your assignment as well. There's links incorporated here for a reason, so that you can look up your major, you can look up what college it's housed in, so you can answer these particular questions, and so that you can find academic journals related to your discipline and click on them. Or once you find some that relate to your discipline, copy and paste the title of it, put it into the USF database so that you can open a few of them, a few of the articles that pop up, because you also need to find out what formatting style is used by each journal. So you figure out, is it APA, MLA, or God forbid, Chicago? And then you review that slideshow that we already looked at, because questions 6 and 7 are asking you about that. And in particular, question 7 is asking you, who do you think you would be writing your analytic exploration for? Remember, you're not writing it for me. I don't particularly care about your topic. I'm not really invested in your topic, but who could you imagine is your audience for the essay? If you did choose environmental conservation, do you imagine some kind of conservation nonprofit group might be your audience? And so you're tailoring the type of language you choose, the types of sources maybe, how you would present your information. You're tailoring it to that audience, which is important for this essay and for really anything you write in your entire life. That is it for this lesson, and I'll see you for day 2.